the sunny sky, trying to light my way, but I'd rather be in the dark. I feel all the romance in the stars, surrounded by the universe with the moon and Mars. I feel it. Will you stay with me under the moonlight?
It's Monday morning. We decided to stay an extra night here in the Advenir Hotel, which is beautiful. We hung out with Team Norway last night, and Ellie and Nick, of course. And this morning we're all going for a swim at 8 a.m. I don't know why.
It wasn't our idea.
Because Sam Long's probably out riding 300 miles right now, so we should at least go swim a couple K.
I'll tell you what he's not doing. Swimming, probably.
Yeah, I know, right. It's so confusing. And then we'll check out, we'll get on the road and we'll head to Ogden, get to our Airbnb there, and yeah, hopefully do some mountain biking, check out the course, and more fun stuff.
Will you stay with me under the moonlight? We'll be magical as we dream. You won't know till you try. Under the moonlight.
Some of these houses are so cute.
I'm into it.
Oh, look at fun.
He's getting attacked.
He's getting attacked.
He's getting attacked.
Oh man. Quick, Flynn, run! He's like fucking terrified. Did you just get attacked by a crow?
That was a giant crow, dude. I was like the Wizard of Oz. I was like that.
Yeah.
We made it to Ogden, and somehow in the course of like a 4-hour drive, we went from being so hot, we were just wearing tank tops all the time. Now we're like bundled up in sweatshirts. Thank goodness Ralph at Foreign Rider sent us a box of sweatshirts as like a gift. Otherwise, we'd be standing here freezing in t-shirts.
They're so nice.
Yeah, so good. But anyway, we're here in Ogden about 5 days early. The race is on Saturday, so we're just gonna hang out, have a good time. If you don't know, I'm doing the Xterra. Also, if you don't know, it's been changed to a duathlon. Will not be swimming, it'll be a run, bike, run. Obviously, that's not the most ideal for me, but still just gonna have fun with it and try to enjoy this week. Ogden seems like a very cool place, and we're kind of looking forward to exploring it after Flynn does some fetches.
Sorry about that.
All good. That's a sweet section. Hey. Are you done? Sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a closet just beyond your eyes, but just beyond the gleam.
We're doing laundry at the laundromat. Pretty nice in here though. It smells good. It's warm. Wi-Fi. The main thing is like making sure you have enough quarters and stuff. But when it said 4, so I thought that was $4, but it was just 4 quarters. $1. No, I'm not. It's quite a hassle.
I threw my soul into a crystal lake, the one around the bend. The past has shown that life is give and take all that it lends, left to us.
Okay. Last day before the race. It is Friday. Heading up. Have to go up to the resort to do the pro check-in and pro briefing. But we're going to go up about 2.5, 3 hours early. So I'm going to pre-ride just the front half of the course a little bit more. I made a couple more suspension adjustments and do a little shakeout run, pick up my packet. If anybody shows up and wants a t-shirt, we'll do that too for fun. And yeah, super psyched. I got a bunch of feedback on how to tune my suspension from JB, Chris Ganner, Nate Youngs, and hope we get it figured out.
Running on by. Wisdom's gift is just a conduit, a temporary guide for thoughts.
To anyone wondering if how Xterra course challengingness stacks up against Ironman, it's like in a completely different world. There is nothing in road triathlon that can come anywhere close to like the level of difficulty of just completing. Not even technicality, just course difficulty, climbing and whatnot. Nothing can touch Xterra. It's just, this is absurd. If I don't, I'll be walking at some point.
Perspective. We've known.
Okay, race week, dinner. Bye-bye. Okay, so I requested for one of the dinners during race week here to have tacos. Like at home, it's nothing special, but at home normally we do a taco bowl. It's one of like the 4 meals that we normally rotate. Lately we've been incorporating or sometimes completely substituting the chicken out for beans. And today we're not going to do a bowl, we're going to do a taco because it's simpler, we don't have a rice cooker. The reason for the beans thing is that like back when that inside tracker, the blood work that we had done, one of the big things that I needed to do was incorporate more beans just for like fiber, and it was really good for your cholesterol and a couple of other blood markers. So
Beans, ground chicken, corn, ground pepper. We have very minimal tools in this kitchen, so doing what we can.
we find simplest meals are the best. Anything that we make has to be ready in like 15 minutes because we always come home so starving.
Hence why I'm eating bread while I'm making dinner.
It smells so good.
want to say that's a huge success. Those are delicious.
Better than last night's dinner. Yeah, I was starving after we left.
Before I fully get into this race recap, I want to tell a story. You may have noticed my new mountain bike. It is so incredible, next level, like dream mountain bike for me. I didn't buy it, Specialized didn't give it to me. It was bought for me by a guy named Ben. Ben first reached out to me in December of last year on LinkedIn. Hi, I want to invest a significant amount of money into that triathlon life. Call me. I didn't really think anything of it, thought it was crazy. But after a week or so, I gave it a second thought and talked to a friend about it and thought I should just see where it goes, see what it meant. I called this guy and he said, I want to invest a significant, like a huge amount of money into TTL. I think it's awesome. I love triathlon. We talked a fair bit and I kind of ended up saying that I didn't really know what I would do with a significant amount of money with TTL. I love the rate that it's growing at and I love the community that we're doing and everything. Thanks. Anyway though, fast forward about 6 months, I get into Xterra. Ben calls me up. Yo, I love this. This is awesome. Do you have the best bike out there? I want to help. And I said, no, I definitely do not have the best bike out there. My bike's like 5 years old. It's 11 speed. But it works, you know, whatever. He said, let's change that. To bring it full circle, last week, Ben launched his bank, Waterfall Bank. It's a component of Waterfall Capital and any type of loan you could hope for, whether it's starting up a business, obviously, home loan, whatever it is that you need. And then they have, it's just like any regular bank, debit account. So we've signed up for a debit account. I would encourage anybody who is tired of their bank, looking for something new, to look into this. I'll leave a link in the description below. Ben's looking to do a lot of very cool stuff through the bank in triathlon, and it's just, I think it's one of those great opportunities where if you have a choice, this is a really awesome choice that's good for the sport. So that's it. So the race in Ogden was a duathlon. The water quality was such a concern that they canceled the swim and they changed the bike course to a different bike course and made it a duathlon. Started with a 4K run and then the typical bike, because it's about 30K, takes an hour and 20 minutes, and then a 9K run to finish off, which takes longer than any other 10K I've ever done in my life. I was feeling pretty decent, going through my normal warm-up routine, a little bit of modification because with transition areas and everything is so compact and small in Xterra that I could actually warm up on my trainer and then take my bike over to transition and still get to the start of the first run with plenty of time. First run was absolutely brutal. It's basically a mile and a half straight uphill on chunky gravel and then a mile and a half back down on single track switchbacks. I felt like I stayed pretty controlled. And I knew that kind of the deciding factor on this course was going to be the first climb on the bike. So you needed to be in contention on the first run, but then really hit the first climb with everything you have. That definitely turned out to be the case. I hung with Josiah Middow and Sam Osborne for about 80% of that climb, which was like 23 minutes out of the 30 minutes that I needed to hang with them. So I went over the top of that with about a minute and a half deficit, and I kind of ended up holding that for the most of the rest of the bike course, which I'm super, super happy with. This was an extremely technical bike course relative to the other Xterras that I've done, and I was super excited about that, and I felt like I finally had a chance to show off like all the work that I've been doing on the mountain bike. I ended up coming into T2 with Brian Smith, and I put a little bit of time on him there. We've got about 20-30 seconds, and I ended up being able to hold that all the way to the end of the run. The second run was equally as brutal as the first. You start the exact same way, a mile and a half uphill, and you do a very, very cool next couple of miles up on top of the ski resort, and then you end up bombing down the same mile and a half to finish off. So after brutal run course in St. George, I think this one actually topped it, and I was doing everything I possibly could to not cramp coming in for the finish. I'm like so pumped with how this race went. It was exactly what I've been thinking I had in me for an Xterra. Just felt strong the whole time. Technically rode very well, didn't crash, didn't flat, and got to actually be riding with the top guys, Josiah and Sam, to see, you know, how long I could hang. It wasn't a matter of technical, you know, issues or anything like that, and I feel like I got a good idea of what I need to work on and things that I need to build on and in order to be able to have a good race in Maui, should that happen. Those things, the things I need to work on are hills. There's no way around it. Xterra is just a game of savage hill climbing, and you gotta have really strong legs, the ability to stay comfortable and go up and straight back down and still keep moving. So we're gonna be doing a little bit more hills in the next few months, but the next thing that's on the calendar is LA Tri and Oceanside. So psyched to take a couple of easy days, but for the most part get right back into it here in Bend. See you guys next week.